Hi guys, I'm Tyler, and welcome to another episode of my Christian Music Weekend Reviews. Each week I take 5 releases, be it albums or singles, and after having listened to them all week, I come back here and I review them. I talk about them, share what they sound like, what they say, and what I think of them. So without further ado, let's get to the first release. First release today is actually a group of releases. So last week, Reach Records dropped Summer 19 playlist featuring 14 new singles. So the plan is, rather than going single by single, I'm just going to talk about the playlist as a whole and then come back and point out a few highlights here. Alright, so stylistically, I really liked it. There were a few lighter songs, but for the most part, it was a pretty all-out effort with the synth, the bass, and the rapping. As for the lyrics, I wouldn't think that they could be held by such a common theme, but I was pleasantly surprised to find out that the lyrics did have a common theme, and they talk about overcoming obstacles with God's power. Now for the highlights here. Of course, I liked hearing my favorites like KB, Tadashi, and Lecrae, just to name a few. But a couple months ago, Reach Records signed a new artist called One Day, and I got to hear her in a couple songs on this, and I really like her. I think Reach Records made a good choice signing her. So looking forward to seeing what she does on this label as she continues. Next we have the new album from former Creed lead singer Scott Stapp, The Space Between the Shadows. Some songs here hit hard the conventional way with drums and thick guitar riffs, but other songs are a little more subtle with the southern rock approach, but that still hits hard too with how raw it is. As for the lyrics, they talk about how dark and painful life can be, but with God's help, you can come out stronger as a result. Up next is Influence Music's new album, Rebels. I really like the sound here. I like how they incorporate pop elements with synthesizers and bass into the typical modern worship sound. Also really love the lyrics here. I like how they talk about a God who loves, pursues, values, and redeems those who are broken, the rebels. Next is Dee-1's new album, God and Girls. The album, stylistically speaking, takes a lighter hip-hop approach that is definitely feel-good. Initially, I wanted a little more aggression from this album, but I learned to like the feel-good aspect of it, ultimately, and that's what's going to win out here. As for the lyrics, well, the album is called God and Girls, which this album lyrically is exactly as it sounds, so I'm going to divide this up into 2 parts. For the God part, it talks about living for God even when it's hard. And for the girls part, he talks about valuing women, especially godly women like his wife, and sacrificially loving them as well. Final release today is Local Sound's new EP, Sunday School. On this EP, they take songs, as the title suggests, that they probably grew up in Sunday school singing. They keep their typical pop worship feel here as a band. That being said, I like how they did these songs. They did a good job on them. And as for the lyrics, they praise our incomparably great God. For this week, come back next week and I'll cover 5 more releases. If you liked what you saw in this video, please be sure to subscribe so you know when these reviews come out. Also, if there's anything you want me to feature on here, comment that below. Also, in the comment section, you can share what you thought of these releases, or what I said about them, or how I did talking about them. Well, I'll go. Bye.